Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Calvas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker who is going to talk about application of artificial intelligence to enhance research on digital marketing. Most of the time, you hear the word artificial intelligence and its application to the various industries. So, how do the artificial intelligence will affect the marketing and the other businesses? You will get the best insights, right guidance, and suggestion about all these things because we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned because in amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank Kalwas for arranging such enlightenment sessions for their support and providing us such a wonderful platform. The aim of Kalwas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world-renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen to learn from their experiences, recommendations, and suggestions, which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually, as well as to contribute to the world in a positive way. As our slogan is come, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have an amazing person as guest, a person having a wonderful and vast experience in academia and industry, an internationally known personality. He's a great human being. We always see him while contributing to the world on various platforms, and he's kind enough that he is always ready to support and share his knowledge. So let me introduce him formally. He is a professor of business information system. He has a strong background in the theoretical and practical aspects of the business information system. He received his undergrad degree in computer science from Ain Shams University, Egypt, and MS in software engineering, MPhil in business administration, as well as the MBA. He received his PhD in business information systems. His theoretical background was developed and sharpened by acquiring multiple postgrad degrees in different fields and attending a series of professional trainings courses offered by internationally renowned training providers. He was previously appointed as a lecturer at University of Hill, assistant professor at University of Dammam, assistant professor at Al Qura University, and a senior lecturer at American University. His research lies mainly in the artificial intelligence, natural language processing, the knowledge management, the sentiment analysis, and marketing. His work as developer, designer, analyst, project manager, and quality expert gave him an extensive experience in software industry to complement his theoretical background and augment his credential as a software engineering professional. In addition to that, for over 25 years in the field, he worked and provided consultation locally, regionally in software development, the software design, reuse, software process improvement, and managerial training. Last but not the least, he's a wonderful speaker, author, teacher, professional, and above everything, a great human being. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Professor Dr. Sherif Ismail. Welcome to the Calvas platform, and thank you very much for joining us, Prof.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi. For this fabulous invitation, as well as I thank Dr. Said. I will let you hear from all that counts. It's will be with you today, really, talking to you about application enhance research in digital marketing.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prof. Over to you,
Let's
Prof.
go.
It's pleasure to have you with us. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much. No doubt artificial intelligence has grown in recent years in many fields, research, industry, entertainment, and education. In marketing, AI has also been effective. So let's go to our agenda. we will talk about what is digital marketing, what is artificial intelligence. We will also talk about trends, digital marketing trends, how we can deploy in marketing, finally, conclusion and limitation. When we talk about digital marketing, tool and data and the variety of different technology to support marketing. Digital marketing or electronic marketing type for a specific good or service on the internet. That is what we call it companies display on the internet. The process of buying and selling is done through the internet, through various marketing channel. As the internet now occupies an important our daily life because it one of the important information competing in the traditional media in publishing communication such as newspaper, magazine, and audio visual broadcast. Secondly, we will talk about artificial intelligence. Actually, term a lot and in different domains or in the area hear this term. So what is artificial? Actually, said an increasingly popular term that lacks a unified, concrete definition. AI is not the science of human behavior inquiry. This is, I believe in that. Mimicking human behavior is only one approach to AI. At the start of what we call it, at the beginning, scholar defined 4 approaches to AI: thinking rationally, behavior rationally, thinking humanly, and behaving humanly. The broad definition of presented in what we call it in this graphic only cover behaving humanly, which is just one of the 4 approaches. Actually, there are a lot of technologies nowadays we can deal with, but when we intelligence, we mean machine learning, we mean deep learning specifically. So it is that activity also devoted to making a machine intelligent, and intelligent is that qualities that enable an entity to function appropriately and with foresight in its environment. Technically speaking, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers, such as the capability of machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. So also we can define artificial intelligence as a technology-enabled system for evaluating real-time service scenarios using data collecting from what we call it digital and or physical sources to provide personalized recommendation, alternative, and solution to customer inquiries problem. Actually, there are 4 types of artificial intelligence. As we know, we can classify this type by different, what we call it, views. But I will present the most or the majority of scholar agree with this classification. There are 4 types of artificial intelligence, beginning with the task-specific intelligence system in wide use today, and the processing to sentiment system, which don't yet exist. The categories are as follow. Type 1, what we call it, reactive machine. This AI system have no memory and are task-specific. For example, we remember this computer or supercomputer Deep Blue developed by IBM, CHEES program that in the 90s. The blue can identify pieces on the chessboard and make prediction, but because it has no memory, it can't use past experience to inform future ones at that time. Also, the second type, what we call it, limited memory. These AI systems have memory so that they use past experience to inform future decision. Some of the decision-making function in itself, like self-driving car and what we call it, almost of these self-controlled, are designed this way. The third one is theory of mind. Theory of mind is a psychology term. When applied to AI, it means that the system would have the social intelligence. This type of AI will be able to infer human intention and to predict behavior. AI system to be member of human team. The type, what we call it, self-awareness. In this category, AI systems have a sense of self, which give them consciousness. Machines with self-awareness understand their own current state. This type of AI doesn't yet exist. Because almost of scholars talk about this AI terminology. As we said, a lot of technology nowadays we can deal with, but I will talk specifically about machine learning and deep learning because both of them represent what we mean by artificial intelligence nowadays. So let us just talk about machine learning and deep learning as what we call it, very important technology that support artificial intelligence. Machine learning is a subset of AI that uses computer program to learn and improve upon themselves and process large amount of data. Machine learning is the aspect of AI that allows for it to learn without being explicitly coded to do so. It's the fastest growth from what we call it AI, and is the basis for many of the AI most relevant to marketeers. In most cases, a set of training data is used to teach the machine learning system how to identify the correct output random given. Let us just give a brief about this story. Actually, in traditional programming before, we prepare program and both the data as input, and when this data goes through the program, we get the output. Actually, in machine learning, we didn't do like that. Actually, we input data and the output. For example, the computer data set with labeled data that represent the output, and the computer using models can what we call it, determine which model that give us the better optimal results. So we can get the program, if we can call it. So how machine learning works, this is also very important for us to understand, because if you understand this technology, how it works, then enhance, you can use it in your domain. So machine learning works, the learning system of machine learning algorithm into three main parts. Number one, a decision process. In general, machine learning algorithms are used to make a prediction or classification based on some input data, which can be labeled or unlabeled. Your algorithm will produce an estimate about a pattern data it mentioned. The second stage, an error function. An error function evaluates a prediction of the model. If there are known examples, an error function can be make a comparison to assess the accuracy of the model. The last stage, a model optimization process. If the model can fit data points in that, adjusted to reduce this getting the known example and the model estimate, so the algorithm will and optimize process until threshold of accuracy has been met. Also, machine learning methods. Machine learning method also fall into three primary categories: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. And also there is a fourth one, what we call supervised learning. Actually, in simple words, supervised learning data set are labeled. We have a data set and we annotated or we labeled. That pattern can be detected and used to label new data set. So we can use this data set and using a model to identify and learn from the label or data set. That will give us the chance to predict unlabeled data set. The second model or the second method, unsupervised learning, are not and are sorted according to similarities or differences. Reinforcement learning data set aren't labeled, but after performing an action or several actions, that given feedback. Regard this, what we call it, semi-supervised. It's mix between supervised and when we used we call it this method, supervised, unsupervised, or reinforcement. There is a common algorithms, a common model we can use for that. Actually, a neural net logistic regression clustering. So you will choose which method is match with your case. If we talk about classification, so you will go for supervised. Clustering, you will go for unsupervised, etc. So when you understand these algorithms and you know about them well, you can use it in your case based on these abilities. So let us just talk about neural networks. Neural networks simulate the way the human brain works with a number of linked processing nodes. Neural networks are good at recognizing a pattern and play an important role in application, including natural language translation, image recognition, speech recognition, and image creation. And all these applications we can use in marketing, really. Linear regression also used to predict numerical values based on a linear relationship between different values. For example, the technique could be used to predict house prices based on historical data for the area. Logistic regression, this supervised learning algorithm makes prediction for categorical responses variables such as yes, no answer to questions. It can be used for application such as classifying spam and quality control on a production line. Clustering also using unsupervised learning, as we mentioned. Clustering algorithm can identify pattern in data so that it can be grouped. Computer can help the data scientists by identifying differences between data items that humans have overlooked. Also, there is another decision trees. Decision trees can be used to predict numerical values, regression, and the classifying data into categories. Decision tree use a branching sequence of linked decision that can be with a tree diagram. One of the advantage of decision tree is that are easy to validate and audit, unlike the black box of the neural network. Also, random forest. In a random forest, the machine learning algorithm predict a value or category by combining the result from a number of decision tree. Regarding deep learning, this is a subset of machine learning. Actually, deep learning is using more than one set of layer of handling for removal and the conversion of supervised and unsupervised level, and when scouting for different modes and pattern. The learning refers to the deeper layer of you have working on your problem. This gives rise to dynamic neural network where the information can flow in much less control, allowing the machine to build the context and come to a conclusion more quickly. Did you hear me? My voice audible for you?
Yes, Prof, we can hear you very clear and loud. Please carry on. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. That's great. So deep learning method are representation learning method with multiple level of representation obtained by composing simple but non-linear module that each transform the representation at one level, starting with the raw input into a representation at a higher, a slightly more abstract level with a composition of enough such what we call a transformation, very complex function can be learned. For classification tasks, higher layer of representation amplify aspect of the input that are important for discrimination and suppress relevant variations. An image, for example, come of an array of pixel values, and the learned feature in the first layer of representation typically represent the presence of or absence of edges at particular and location in the image. Let's go official intelligent trends. When we talk about these trends, that means we need to understand these trends well to use it in our domain, especially in marketing or digital marketing. That will help us a lot to benefit from or software or programs. Actually, a chatbot, it's a computer program which respond like a smart inky when conversed with what we call it raw text, voice, and understand one more human language by natural language processing. So this one important of these AI trends. Also, augmented reality can provide the consumer with the option of seeing and feeling the production before the also reality. Virtual reality is employees pose tracking and the 3D near eye display to give the user an immersive feel of virtual. Actually, there is a new wave of virtual reality development promises to make the technology mainstream. Is it to provide an existing or exciting for marketing? The fourth trend, what we call it, merged reality. It's a mixed reality. Is when the real and the virtual world are from both can interact. Data-driven. Actually, data-driven describes a business state where data power decision making and other activities efficiently and effectively. Metaverse refers current and future integrated digital platform focused on visual and blockchain structure that store transactional record of the public in several bases known as the chain in a network connected through peer-to-peer nodes. Cloud marketing. Actually, we hear a lot about cloud computing. Here we talk about cloud marketing. We mean process of an organization's effort to market their goods and service online through ingredients by which they are specialized for every single end user. Big data comprises gathering, analyzing a massive amount of digital information to improve business operation. Actually, I focus on this trend, a connection of everyday product like car, alarm clocks via the internet. It allows them to exchange data with each other, providing marketeers with more context about their customers' product usage. Also, there is a new trend, we call it Internet of Behavior. It's an area of research and the development R&D that seeks to understand how, when, and why humans use technology to make decision. Also, the newest what we call it trend, Internet of Nano Things, is a modern technology that allows numerous nano gadgets to communicate with one another via a network. Also, AI-based automation is technology that manage marketing process and multifunctional campaign across multiple automatically throughout the entire buyer journey. Smart bidding refer to paid strategy that use learning to optimize for conversion value in each and every auction. User experience defined as the understanding of user needs to help and create product and service that provide a meaningful experience. Also, this modern technology, cookieless future, we mean all what we call it, almost of the user now ask for don't use cookie, let us enjoy with our privacy. So how to present an opportunity to build a better foundation for digital ads, describe a type of marketing where marketers rely less on third-party cookies. Fifth generation network, we talk about C2. It changed not only the way data is used and transferred, but also how we interact with each other. It will allow for AI controlled car, fast learning, personal assistant, and even what we call it using virtual reality and augmented reality as well. Cybersecurity also refer to the body of technology and the practice designed to work devices, program, and data from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. Natural language processing, and this is one of the like it so much, and I focused on this technology on my research. Natural language processing is an emerging artificial intelligence technology that what we call it harnesses business insight from unstructured data such as customer rating or verbal responses to your product or service, for example, to mine the enhancement or any complaint or any feature we can our product or service. So we can post or comment is very, very important area that we can use to enhance our business. 3D printing is an industry that promises to change the way we design, purchase, and recycle our sentiment analysis, very important, powerful marketing tool that can automatically classify into positive and neural from online customer comment or posts. Data analytics is a study of data to evaluate the performance of a marketing activity. Live videos refer to the strategy of broadcast to an audience over social media platform. Voice search, optimizing your website so that assistant like Alexa, it's a very famous sound, can find it when people ask for a certain query. Actually, there is a lot of trends we can find nowadays. These tools or this software or these programs we can use and utilize marketing area, and it gave us very, very optimal solution for a lot of problems we faced in this domain. A significant application of artificial intelligence for marketing. Actually, Google AI applications are shaping the future of software development. The business world is increasingly interested in this technology, and the many companies turn strategically themselves in this area while aspiring that AI application will generate more than billion of dollar in business value in the coming years. Artificial intelligence platform perform complex and intelligent function related to human thinking, and we present in the following line most important them at the global level. See, one of very famous platform, Google Clouds. As you see in this few line, this platform provide machine learning and deep learning capabilities with natural language processing capabilities, speech and vision, capabilities for developing software on the cloud, including speech and vision, as we mentioned. Also, Microsoft Azure AI platform. It's a popular choice for developing artificial intelligence among software developers who offer some capabilities such as speech capabilities, machine learning, and the visualization capability, along with language ability. IBM or also Watson, this platform provides solution for advertising. It allows for any cloud environment. Integration and the training in flexible information architecture for developers to expedite the development and of models of this platform, in addition to providing some tool for developers. Emphasis. Also, AI platform allows software developers to create AI powered application. Following include machine learning, contract analysis, creating chatbots, and solving various analytics. So this platform will make the mission impossible will be more easier for marketeer that this guy, some of them have no experience in coding or in this complicated knowledge, especially in artificial intelligence. So this platform will make this mission more easier. Now, let us see, after we recognize and we understand what is artificial intelligence, the tools, the trend, and what is marketing or digital marketing means, and what is what we call it, it's a trend. Now we need to know how we can deploy this AI in marketing. So we choose three: in marketing strategy, in marketing mix, in marketing management. For what we call it, deployment of AI in marketing strategy. Hello, Dr. Haider.
Yes, Prof, we can hear you. Please carry on. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so now we will about deployment of AI. Let us put area. So we talk about overall strategy, target market, marketing objective, KPIs, key performance indicator, goals, etc. In this area specifically, this allows information for decision making to be assembled quickly and be automated, and the result of different strategies to be analyzed more quickly. So strategy can be revised in a test and learn approach. So this in digital marketing. So how we can benefit from AI in this area? we can quickly assessing different outcome based on alternative strategies, assisting in rapid decision making to choose most likely to product best results. Also, business model of customer management. This relate to which customer the company wants to acquire, retain, development, and divest with that resulting revenues and the cost to achieve its strategic objective rather than to meet the goal of element of the marketing mix in isolation. So we can use artificial intelligence such as a machine learning to assist in reaching lookalike audiences, quantifying and exploring consequences of targeting
Yes, to the audience that Prof. Sherif Ismail was explaining very wonderful things to us. And I think there is some internet connection issue with him, and that's why he's not able to present it further. But we are trying to connect him again. And I was really enjoying the way he was explaining everything, and really he described it from the artificial intelligence definition. And I would say that that was a wonderful part, that he did not only explain the application, but he started it from the digital marketing, that what is actually the digital marketing and how it is going to impact on us. Then very nicely he described the artificial intelligence, the deep machine learning, the what is the artificial intelligence role in that perspective. Very nicely he was talking about what are the four types of artificial intelligence and how can we understand it. I love the different parts of it, right from the reactive machine, the limited memory, the theory of the mind, and the self-awareness. These are the real different types of artificial intelligence, and how it is going to impact us if we know it very well. And I love the way he explained the machine learning and the deep learning, what is the connection between them, and the support of IAI for that purpose. And very nicely he mentioned regarding the traditional programming with the machine learning, in terms of getting the output as well as getting the program for that perspective. And then he very nicely talked about the how machine learning works in terms of decision process to a model of optimization process, which was very nice. And I loved another very interesting point which he was describing us, the machine learning methods itself, right from the supervised learning and the unsupervised learning. Very nicely he described the semi supervised learning and reinforcement learning, which is very tricky and very important to understand for that perspective. The common machine learning algorithms are really very interesting, and I came to know about so many new things he described about it. The same he talked about the deep machine learning with respect to its different layers, that how it works properly. Above everything, what he described in a wonderful way was the artificial intelligence trends. I love the way he started the artificial intelligence trends, and then he completed it. It is 24, which he mentioned, which was so great in that perspective. And then he was describing the significant application of artificial intelligence for marketing, the deployment of AI in the marketing, and he was describing the further things. But since because of the internet connecting issue, he is not able to complete his presentation. But I really enjoyed this thorough session with him. Really, he's a great speaker. He has earned his PhD and so many other degrees in other disciplines. That's why the way he was explaining and the way he was connecting the different was so amazing. And that's why we had requested him to come and share his knowledge with us so that he could enlighten our audience regarding the artificial intelligence application, particularly to the marketing perspective, that how can we take advantage of that marketing concept. Really loved his wonderful explanation and powerful content. We had received so many questions for him, but again, due to limitations of the technology, we could not continue with him. And still, we are trying to reconnect with him, and we are unable to connect with him. But really, thank you for liking our sessions and for your support as well. We had received so many questions, so we were about to ask the Prof. Sherif regarding the different question, but since because of the internet issue, we are not able to ask. But definitely, we will invite him again so that he could address the questions which you people have already shared with us. Thank you. And once again, I would say that we are very thankful for you people that you share so wonderful questions and you share your recommendations with us. If you have further any recommendation for us, you can email us on info@colvas.com. And thank you for your support and liking our session. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss any session. And until next session, take care of yourself. And we will try to bring the another session. We'll arrange another session with the Prof. Dr. Sherif Ismail regarding the question answer session. So thank you once again. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.